final scoop of the year. What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Game Scoop. I'm your host, Damon Hatfield. Joining me this week is Justin Davis,
Scoop.
Sam Claiborne,
I'm swallowing my gum 1 second.
and Tina Mimi. We
Got it
warned
down.
you about this
That's
last
going to
week.
be in your stomach for 7 years now.
Yeah, I think it's it.
Ooh, that's 7 years of good luck. Good scoop.
That's what they say.
This is a very special episode.
I need to go to the doctor.
You two coordinated your mugs.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been doing that.
The mugs were coordinated, but the weird thing is that we were supposed to all coordinate wearing festive holiday outfits.
Yeah, I have
What the heck happened?
a sweater, but it's too hot in here. It's too hot.
Yeah.
I can't wear it.
Well, somebody remembered.
yeah.
What if you just bring the sweater
Is-
out and lay it across you?
Nope, not something.
I put my jacket on Damon last night. He got a little bit cold.
Aw.
Yeah, that's-
I like Ricardo O'Skeleton's festive costume.
Here he is.
Ricardo Skeleton looks like
Somebody remembered.
He's been eating well over this holiday season. I'm glad to see that.
Has this been a good audio experience for everybody listening so
I
far?
think for sure, talking about your mugs and Ricardo Skeleton.
I've got every sight gag but one out of my system.
It's okay. We've got good audio content coming to the show. This is a very special episode. It's the last one we're recording this year in 2019. We have already pre-recorded a special bonus episode for you that will go live next week, the week of Christmas. So please be excited about that. But this is the final one that we're recording, and we've got to talk about our most anticipated games of 2020. But first, it is that time of year again.
I still think of the water slide every time you say that. Going down butt first.
We have arrived at that time of year again, time for the most prestigious award ceremony
We're
of the year.
starting with the Damies?
Yeah.
All right.
We're starting with the Damies. It's the Daemie Awards, ladies and gentlemen. I know everyone's been excited. We wait all year long for this. I'm a little bit nervous. I wish all of the nominees, the best of luck out there.
Damon, who do you think is going to win?
I don't even want to jinx it. But I do have a Daemie Awards bingo going on to see if,
I hope all your
how many
favorite
winners?
I hope all your favorite selections.
I hope
won.
so too, yeah.
You did a lot of printing over here.
Yeah.
Very official looking.
Yeah.
All right.
This is good. We have the envelopes here with the winners. These were
I was wrong. There's several more sight gags.
These were just dropped off by PricewaterhouseCoopers earlier, so they haven't been in anyone else's hands. They haven't been tampered with in any way.
Okay.
The envelopes are sealed.
The envelopes have been sealed.
Certainly not by Damon.
No. We're going to start handing out some awards here. Remember if a game wins the Daemie Awards, usually sales increase by $1 billion %.
Yep.
So it's kind of this
It's a real mathematical fact.
Yeah.
It's the Damon bump.
Yeah, that's what they call it. But we're not going to start with the Game Award. We're going to start with the Movie Award. We'll start with the best movie Daemon saw in 2019.
So that could be of any era.
What do you mean? In 2019.
Yeah, but you could best movie
But
you
it's
saw.
that
You're
was best new movie.
You
of the
watch Jurassic Park on Netflix, and you're like, damn.
Still got it.
Best-
Still got it.
new movie of the year that Damon saw. Here to present the award is Justin Davis.
Oh, jeez.
Wait. Okay. I see what's going on. Is this how it works?
Whoa. You haven't read the nominees yet.
Whatever, man.
First,
We were not given instructions.
Best movie Damon saw. The nominees are Avengers Endgame, El Camino, John Wick 3, Knives Out,
Yeah.
and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
whoa, that's pretty strong.
Well, they
I can
made a
guess it.
big stink about one of those. So
Yeah.
I can guess it.
So can I. Let's not give it away. I think
Okay,
some of
yeah.
them I'm more curious about. This one I feel like we all have pegged.
You're okay, well, it is known that
The best movie Damon saw in 2019 was Once Upon a Time in Mexico,
nope.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
hey.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have music cues.
Oh,
Oh.
It is known. I believe Tarantino is our greatest living director, so that shouldn't be too
Really?
much of a surprise. Yeah,
You
I
like
think
the T-Man that much?
so. Yeah, for sure.
what about Nolan?
No, I think Tarantino's better.
Also, what's the difference between Hollywood and Mexico? It's just one word.
It
And
is
an
ju-
entirely other movie.
It is just one word, and they're not so far apart from each other.
Geographically speaking.
Okay, well, the first award is already under our belts. We're really just flying through the award ceremony here. Here to present the award for Best Special Edition Blu-ray Damon bought this year is Sam Claiborne.
Yeah, but
This is very specific.
It's cool because we got rid of this one before the ceremony, so we don't actually have to go through the motions on this one.
But everyone
It was in
else-
the pre-show.
But now we're going to air that part that was taped.
All right.
Wait,
I thought
wait.
it was cut for time.
Oh, yeah. We need to hear the nominees.
Oh man! All right, the best special. I think they know the answer to this too. The best special edition Blu-ray Damon bought was either Big Trouble in Little China.
Good one.
Takes place in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The Blob.
Good.
This is the '80s Blob.
Yeah.
Okay.
Underrated.
I remember you talking about that. He came in one morning real excited. Cobra.
That's a Stallone action joint.
No idea what that is. The Godzilla Criterion Collection. Still don't know what Cobra is. Still waiting.
I told you it's a Sloan action movie.
No idea. Never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we're just going to move on without Damon explaining it. And then Piranha is the final one.
The 1978, I believe.
What do you
Good
guys
year.
think? What do
It's
you guys
got to be that dope ass Godzilla
Yeah,
Criterion
with the art and
collection.
everything.
Yeah, it's a little
Although,
unfair,
I'm
'cause
telling
that
you,
one's
he was
like-
really excited about the Blob.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's Godzilla.
Yeah, it's a little unfair because that's like 15 movies in one. It's a really.
Did you watch any of them?
Take it up with the
I've only
take it up
watched-
with the commission.
King Kong versus Godzilla is the one I've watched so far. That's a great set. I love a good director's commentary. I'm a sucker for a director's commentary on a movie that I like.
You know what had really good commentaries? The Lord of the Rings.
Man, so
Those
good.
extended editions.
So good.
What are
Okay.
your awards called, Tina?
The teenies?
The teenies.
I guess so. It's pretty cute.
Here to present the award for best TV show Damon watched is Tina Amini.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nominations: The Boys, Chernobyl, Mindhunter, Succession, True Detective.
Yeah.
I think I know this one too.
Same.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we know you pretty well.
Okay. Yeah. You guys.
We only
guys-
talk every morning.
Yeah. That's true.
Ooh.
I think that's a surprise
Chernobyl.
to me.
Chernobyl.
That's what I would.
That is
I
a
haven't
surprise
watched
to
it
me,
yet. It seems
actually.
too much
What
of a
would you-
bummer.
I was going to guess The Boys or maybe Succession. We didn't talk too much about it because some people don't like it.
I knew it was Chernobyl.
Out of this list, what's your favorite?
My personal favorite?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Chernobyl, actually. So
You should watch it.
I
Out of this
should watch
list-
it. It's been on my list.
Really good.
Maybe out of this list, The Boys. I
guess
really like The Boys.
Yeah, that's what I was
Boys
going to
is
say too. And you like Chernobyl. Right?
Yeah, Chernobyl's
Yeah.
incredible.
Pear loves it too. Hi,
Amazing.
Pear.
Amazing.
So it-
Yeah, Pear, big fan of ours, regular listener.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of amazing when you think about that. The IGN co-founder still listens to it. The podcast his company makes.
let's send him a message in this episode and
I just
see
did.
see if he gets it.
I just did.
I'm pulling my earlobe.
Like a
Because he loves that show and he's been telling us how much he loves it. And then I said, hi, Pear. Yeah.
good.
And now we've talked about him too long. Hi, Pear.
All right, now we're getting
Cut
to
for time.
we're getting to the big categories. Here to present the award for the best game Damon played this year.
Whoa.
Is Justin Davis.
That's a big
Ooh.
one.
yeah.
What an honor,
The
Justin.
nominees for best game Damon played this year are Blaster Master 02.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to make fun of it. It's just a surprising.
I know
choice, that's all.
not many people played that game.
Bloodstained, Katana Zero, Resident Evil 2 remake,
Yeah.
Well, two of those you scored, so we know those aren't your favorite.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
I don't know what your favorite game this
I know what
year
it is.
was.
It's Jedi.
I'm gonna
No spoilers.
I'm gonna
I would have
ge-
guessed that.
I
too,
didn't,
though.
look, I only saw one of these on his screen, and that wasn't the one.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess Slay the Spire. But
I love Slay the Spire.
oh. Okay. The winner is
Nice.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I called it.
Yep.
Well, so did you.
We talked about that a lot. Amazing game.
That
Yeah.
game is great.
Yeah.
It won our People's Choice Awards on our power ranking show.
Yeah. Not a heavy year for big AAA single player games, but that was the best one of those that I played.
They're all coming in March and April.
Yeah, for perfect. Now to present the award for the best old game Damon played this year for the first time, Sam Claiborne.
That's a great category.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I haven't heard of any of these. Arrow Fighters 2.
Yeah.
One of these is fake. Cannon Fodder.
Yeah.
Elevator Action Returns. We talked about that one a lot.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Prehistoric Isle 2. And Shock Troopers Second Squad.
Okay, so Air Fighters 2 is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up Neo Geo, and it's really like funny and clever. You can play as a baby, and then in between levels, the baby says,
Sold.
I miss my mommy." And Cannon Fodder is a Super Nintendo game. I think it was a port of like an Amiga game with little characters like lemmings that you're soldiers, and you tell them where to go around the map and who to shoot. And Sam is just not even
Cannon Fodder is really
not
good.
even waiting on him.
I can't believe you have a Neo Geo
just really
in your
needs to
house.
Yeah.
Shock Troopers Second Squad.
It's a top-down shooter like Ikari Warriors with a really good sense of humor, and you can play it on your Switch, part of the Arcade Archives series.
But Damon, what's Elevator Action Returns?
The sequel to Elevator Action, probably 10 years after the
A
first.
gritty, like anime style reboot?
Yeah, with pretty hardcore violence for an arcade game.
It's incredible.
Like, yeah, really cool animation.
I never rode an elevator again after playing that game.
Prehistoric Isle 2 is the sequel to Prehistoric Isle. 2 categories left. Now, since we have 2 bonus categories this year, since we're exiting the decade. So,
Ooh.
Wow.
Best game of the decade.
here to present the award for best movie Damon saw this decade is Tina Amini.
Thank you very much. Ooh, this is a long list.
Yeah.
Inglorious Bastards, John Wick, Logan, Mad Max Fury Road. I just rewatched that.
So good.
Mission Impossible Fallout, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I'm just kidding. The Raid 2.
It better not be The Raid 2.
Why?
It might be.
Come on, Damon.
Come on, Damon.
This is The End. Thor Ragnarok and Winter Soldier. This is a good list. This is a
wish
tough
it was
one.
Thor.
I think you gave it to the Raid 2.
I don't know why Sam thinks that's so unacceptable.
I like.
Ooh.
I knew it.
The Raid 2.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Movie's incredible.
An amazing movie. Unbelievable action scenes in that movie.
Have you seen The Raid 2?
I haven't. I think that's the only thing on the list I haven't seen.
It's a total Tina movie. You'll love it.
Okay.
I think I'm one of the rare people that likes Raid 1 more.
I like them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Raid 2 is just a little bit bigger in
It's
scope.
just it's a 1989 brawler, the movie. It's Double
Yeah.
Dragon the movie.
Kind of.
It is actually
Kind of like
Double Dragon the movie.
great.
It's really good.
Final award, the best game Daemon played this decade, which was actually really hard. This one was really hard. I agonized over
A decade's a long time.
Yeah.
It is.
I saw
Here-
this one on his screen.
Yeah, here to present the award is
boy.
Justin Davis.
The nominees for best game Damon played this decade are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Hearthstone, Inside, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Spelunky, Superhot, Portal 2, or Mass Effect 2. Man,
Tough list.
decades are long.
Yeah, it was
He
really
just
tough.
played through Super Hot again.
The one you've played the most, undeniably, is Hearthstone.
That's true.
Overwhelming.
I've probably played it every day since it was released, over 2,000 consecutive days. Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, it is something. But is it the best game?
I suspect, if I were to guess, that you gave it to Spelunky. What do you think?
That's a good choice.
I read that on his screen. It's definitely Spelunky.
Let's check it out.
Well, Spelunky is a total 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
But
But the winner is
nice.
It would have been funny
Spelunky.
if I put that up on my screen. Just
That
to
would have
take
been
you
great.
out.
Yeah. He's done that in other years. Keep listening.
Yeah.
Does that bring us to the end of the Damies?
That's the end of the
Or
Damies,
does it?
Unless there's a sort of a People's Choice
Yeah,
award to
there is a
present.
People's Choice Award.
Yeah, I'm excited to
How do you know about the People's Choice Award?
Because
This is
you
a
weren't
surprise.
whispering very
Yeah.
quietly.
Yeah,
Well, you were
there was a
listening to the
sec-
People's Choice
There was
Award
also a
happening?
secret meeting happening that I wasn't invited to right before this taping.
How
so
could you hear us?
I couldn't hear. I'm just sort of guessing. That was what was being determined.
We're not very
Well,
creative.
the people have
apparently.
spoken, and the
Okay.
People's Choice Award for Best Game of the Year
Wow,
is
okay.
here. Here's the envelope.
Wow.
The
Totally outdid me.
the people required a bigger envelope.
Totally
because,
outdid me here.
it's
Oh.
More people.
What is?
And
I
the
can't
game
even
of the
read
year
it.
is the Pong machine in the lobby.
Wow, that's true. Actually,
Yeah.
I feel bad. I didn't even nominate that.
Yeah, we got a physical Pong machine in our lobby, and it's about this big.
You know, when you started
I don't
opening
know how to describe it.
that envelope, I thought the game of the year, the People's Choice for Game of the Year, would be Video Game 20 Questions.
Aw.
That's a
Maybe
good
next year.
game. That's a good joke too.
Good game.
Man.
Good gag.
But yeah, we got this like electromechanical version of Pong. Like it's
Yeah.
a magnet under a table that moves a Pong ball around, and it works perfectly, and it's incredible, and it's like magic.
It's amazing and super fun.
Oh, and it was wasn't it kickstarted like forever
Yeah.
ago? It felt
Took a
like
long
one of those
time.
things that was just never going to exist.
Yeah, and
Now
they
it
thought
does.
it'd be like $800 to make, and it turned out to be like
Yeah.
$2,500 or something.
Yeah.
Some big discrepancy, but
But now
we got it.
It's beautiful and it's awesome and it works wonderfully.
nice.
Got it all set up. It looks great.
Well, thanks for ruining my surprise, and I'm glad I ruined one of yours.
Well, that's what the Damies are all about, really.
I think we need a Sharpie that's
Hey.
better next time.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Congratulations to all of our winners out there. As we sunset the year 2019, do you guys know what the most read gaming article on IGN was this year?
By you?
Nope. But the most read article by me.
Yeah.
He read
The
it
one I
5
read the
times
most
just today.
times.
Every morning he reads the Bloodstained review.
Did I get it right?
What's the number one read article? It's going to be
Of the decade? I don't know.
Is it by page views?
Of the year.
Page
Oh, of the year.
of 2019.
Ooh.
I was just looking at this too.
One of the scandalous news stories.
It's probably do reviews count?
They count.
And
It's
this is-
definitely a review.
Okay. This is about it. Is this a game?
Well, I said
Yeah, it's
the
a gaming
one.
yeah.
Okay.
The most read article
So
is
it's-
not gaming. I'll
So it's
reveal
the
that.
Death Stranding review?
Probably.
It could be, yeah.
I don't know.
No, it was the Anthem review.
Oh, of course. We have to go back in time and find
yeah.
the controversy.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
But it's surprising that it
Yeah.
outdid Death Stranding. And
Death Stranding will probably overtake
overtake
it over
it over time.
time.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, that's the other thing is that it's been up there for a while, accruing
That's
those
true.
views. So.
I don't know. I don't know how many people are still reading.
We'll check back in
No,
next
that
year.
is how it works. It's,
Yeah? They
it's
keep
especially
reading
over the live game. It doesn't drop off entirely with
Yeah.
games like Anthem.
That was the most read Gaming article, but the most read article overall on IGN this year was the news about Spider-Man leaving the MCU.
Of course.
Cool.
Well, not cool. Ah, man, we keep losing.
Well, that's fine. That's irrelevant now. We should delete it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot all.
He's back, right?
This was unplugged.
We don't delete posts.
I didn't play any of these music cues for the winners. Gonna have to count for all of them. Let's check in with the listeners.
Hey, listeners.
Listeners,
Hi.
remember you can always reach us at the email address gamescoop@ign.com, just like Big Tony style.
Tony
did.
style.
In fact, it's been a while.
It's been a while since we heard from him.
I was hoping you paused. If you paused and it wasn't him,
Then I was preparing the Heimlich maneuver.
gonna storm out.
Big Tony Style says, as a kid,
How
the
you
best
do it.
time to game was always the summer because I had tons of time off school. As an adult, I find late December and early January the best time because of all the holiday breaks, and it piggybacks off a bunch of new AAA releases. I'm planning to catch up over the break on Gears 5, Bloodstained, and Pokemon. What big games from 2019 do you plan to catch up on, and what time of year is your favorite time to game? What are you guys going to be playing over our little break?
Great question, Big Tony.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, very appropriate because we're talking about all of our holiday plans. And Luigi's is mine, and I can't wait.
That's such a good answer.
Yeah.
That's going to be mine too.
I'm really a firm believer, like in the same way there's Christmas movies, and not just in their theme, but also there's just in their feeling and their attitude, like they're appropriate for that time of year, like Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
And
And a Halloween game? Where are you going with this?
no, but like it, you know, it's homey and friendly, and like I wouldn't want to play a big, in your face, aggressive game
Yeah.
over the Christmas break. I'm looking for something that's more like chill. And so for me,
and on a Switch.
yeah, exactly. And I'm playing Dragon Quest XI, the Switch port.
I hear
Which-
such good things about that.
Yeah.
Probably check it out.
It's very traditional. It's very chill. It's very slow. And so, like, sometimes of year, that's kind of like actively not what I'm looking for. But as like a nice, chill Christmas game, I've already started playing it, and it is lovely and wonderful. And I cannot wait to play more.
I suppose like an easily pausable game is actually pretty convenient too when you're around family.
Yeah.
Kids bugging you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Mine was already Luigi, so I hate you both. But I'm also going to try to play for the first time Final Fantasy VII because it's on Switch now. And I want to play the first version of that before I play the remake.
What about Watem?
Yeah, and I just started Watchem actually. So if we talk about what we've been playing,
First,
we'll get to that.
first impressions of watching. That's not a segment of the show, so feel free to.
Use this time.
I don't partake, but one should. That game is just made for people to be blitzed out of their mind. It is so insane, and it doesn't take much game control or anything. So it's pretty interesting. Like the first maybe 30 minutes just like evaporated in time for me. So I knew it like sucked me in, but like it's puzzle solving for like things that make no sense. So you have to figure out what the thing is that would make the least sense and then do it. It's very strange. But all you're doing is walking around as like you can play as anything on this like play field. It's like you have all the, like you can be a mouth or a plant or a dookie or a seed, and each of them have to interact with each other. And at the most recent one, we all had to hold hands and walk in a circle, and then we grew a tree.
Cool.
Also appropriate holiday, family.
Did any of that make sense?
Connected.
Is the
It is a
music-
good
A little
family
bit.
game.
Is the
except for
music
the
really
Dukes.
good?
The music is so good. It has the that Katamari Damacy situation where it's like jazz with
That's what I'm
singing
asking.
though.
Like, I love that
like
soundtrack.
acapella jazz and stuff. It's
great.
crazy sounding.
I love that game. I can already tell.
Deep lore too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For all those lore hounds out there. My family and I exchange gifts with my mom and dad, my sister and her husband, and everyone makes an Amazon wish list. And then you just go off that, so you actually get people what they want. So I have two games on my list this year. It's Luigi's Mansion and My Friend Pedro.
Oh.
Because I
Oh,
haven't
nice.
played that yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully Santa will
You'll like
deliver, and I'll be playing those games over the break.
If you like Katana Zero, which I know you do, you will like My Friend Pedro.
Yeah, I think so. And I should have said that. That's a game I haven't played this year that I think I'll like. And then I also haven't seen Star Wars yet. I'm seeing Star Wars in about 3.5 hours.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
That's so weird.
It's like we're seeing it together.
Scoop Star Wars.
All right, and that's the last time we're ever going to talk about anything from 2019. Now we look ahead to 2020. And our most anticipated 2020 games.
It's easy and hard.
Animal Crossing.
And hard.
All
Animal Crossing.
exclamation points
Yeah.
attributed to that.
Yeah.
That one's going to
Yeah.
be a long burn, which is going to be great.
And that's March or April?
March.
March.
Thanks.
So excited about it. Tina and I are in lockstep on
Yeah,
this one.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
be, I don't know what the
I hope there is sharing.
Yeah, like
Code
some
There is.
version
thing,
of
yeah.
like I'll give you my peaches and you can
Right.
trade me some of your
Yes,
pears.
I'll give you some beetles. It'll be great.
Yeah, love it.
I hope there's an island. I always like
The whole thing's an island.
I know, but I hope there's a separate island.
Like
Another
you,
I know it's island life.
you want another place you go to.
Yeah, I think that's really cool
Yeah,
to leave.
agreed.
And then it's like always summer in that one area.
And the turtle sings his weird songs.
Yeah.
They call it Hawaii.
Is that the first big Switch game of the year? For Switch exclusive?
I think it might be.
No one
Yeah, I mean there wasn't that got pushed, so it must be.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else that got pushed. We in that same month, it's like I'm really excited for Cyberpunk, obviously, and I want to be excited for Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
and that was all looking great. Doom, and then all of a sudden there's Resident Evil 3 now.
Resident Evil 3 remake, I'm very excited for.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Half-Life kind of shoved in there.
When
as
is
well.
that one?
I think it's March something.
April. It's
right in
Oh,
there.
is it April? Yeah. Yeah, it's right in that slew of releases.
Half-Life Alyx.
Yes.
I'm trying. It's hard for me to think of things I'm excited about like beyond May.
Well, we don't think
I mean-
we know of anything beyond May, except that Ghost of Tsushima is for summer.
The obvious
Halo.
one. The obvious one is Cyberpunk.
Halo
right?
Infinite.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Halo Infinite will be a
Cyberpunk.
launch game.
Cyberpunk is my most anticipated game of the year overall, and I think it's probably safe to say that the gaming community at large,
Yeah.
that's the one that they're really looking
Yeah.
forward to.
I made a list: Marvel's Avengers, The Last of Us Part 2, Halo Infinite. Those are some good call outs.
Yeah.
And Halo's probably later in the year, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that one doesn't even have
Last
a
of Us
lot of
got
these don't have
pushed
like
till-
release dates.
May.
I don't remember.
Halo,
It's
Halo
still
is,
in the first half of the year.
Halo's so primed to just be great again, and then they were actually never not great, but like 4 and 5 didn't quite rise to the heights of 2 and 3, but now 3, 4, 3 has really hit their stride and seems a lot more confident in their vision for this franchise moving forward. And I'm really looking forward to. I like that vision of first person shooting more than the Call of Duties of the
Yeah.
world, and so I'm really really excited about Halo being prominent and back in the forefront of gaming culture again.
Going into 2019, I was actually excited about a number of indie games, including Untitled Goose Game, My Friend Pedro, which I haven't played either. And then there wasn't Katana Zero. There's something else I was thinking of, though. Maybe it was...
Messenger.
That was exciting. going to it.
18, though.
Yeah, that was the previous year. But yeah, there was games I knew about going into the year. I don't have any of those right now, but a lot of those come around E3 or GDC. Sometimes at GDC, we see a lot of the indie games that are coming out that year.
Yep.
What about Ori and the Will of the Wisps?
Yeah. I will play that if there's nothing else to play. I wasn't
comes out
Not,
early
super,
in the
not,
year.
not super anticipated then.
No, I mean, I think I played it at E3 and I really like how it's a grappling hook. Like I'm sold on the games with grappling hooks, but it wasn't like it's never really grabbed me, even though I like Metroid likes.
There's a new Hollow Knight coming out.
Like a whole new game or a
Yeah.
expansion?
Sequel, yeah. I want to play that. Should I play Hollow Knight?
Yes,
Just do that first for sure.
it's the best Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Except for, Super Metroid is my favorite game.
Metroid.
So it's the best one that's not a Metroid or Castlevania game, for sure. And then some people put it above those even.
Hard to
Trying to
believe.
think, of another one that would be. Yeah, that's.
Well, there's blood.
It's usually the Castlevanias and the Metroids that are the best of those series.
I'm contractually obligated to be excited about some obscure crap that no one else is. I'm excited for Langrisser 1 and 2, the remake that's coming out. Those are Japanese turn-based strategy games from the 90s. I think the first one was released here as War Song, if I remember correctly. But they're being totally remade, and I love those games like Final Fantasy Tactics and Shining Force. So I'm excited for those.
Nice.
I'm also excited for Wasteland 3. Even though I've never played a Wasteland game, that looks like a Daemie game.
Oh, cool.
Top-down isometric RPG.
Doom Eternal.
It's not top tier for me, but I'm excited to
On the
check out Doom Eternal.
It looks like much. It's more appealing to me than any of the recent Doom stuff.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Streets of Rage 4 looks awesome. That's coming together really well. Excited for that. And then if Assassin's Creed Ragnarok is real,
Is that a real thing?
I mean, we don't
It
know
will
for
be.
sure. We don't know for sure, but
Probably.
it's looking likely. We're getting our Viking Assassin's Creed. It's been 2 years. It will have been 2 years since Odyssey, so it's about time for that.
I hope they go like full fantasy. There was just a few like fantastical things in the last game, and I'd really like to see that
Yeah.
expanded on.
And then it's been delayed a couple times now, but we should be getting the sequel to my game of the decade, Spelunky 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's been a long time coming. I don't know how they could possibly top Spelunky, but I'm very, very excited to check that out.
What about Hellblade 2? That was just announced.
Yeah, I didn't play the first one.
Dude, that trailer's
Ooh.
wild.
Yeah.
It's like been sticking in my thoughts.
Cool trailer for sure.
We sort of blew past it, but the Final Fantasy VII Remake is clearly one of my, and again, just gaming in general's most anticipated games. I've made fun of Final Fantasy VII on this show before, but I make fun of it from like a place of love. Like that was one of the first JRPGs I really remember getting into and playing. And I'm really curious to hear what you think, Sam, because I think it's hard to go back to in a modern context.
Yeah.
But the remake, revisiting this world and these characters, and particularly the music, is like,
Yeah, I was excited about the music. If it has any, does it have a lot of 6 in it?
wait, 6?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Like, does it feel like Final Fantasy 6 at all?
No, it doesn't feel like.
Yeah, that's too
it's
bad. Because I was
completely
hoping
different,
there'd be like a kind of a crossover game, and then like the 3D games would be different after that. But
No, 7 is a very unique beast, and like Midgar and these characters in this world and that sound, like I don't know, I really think that game is going to be something special.
Nintendo's a real black hole next year. I mean, there's
It's
just
just a big question mark, right?
yeah, big question mark. There's
Animal Crossing, they'll have
Can they possibly do Zelda at holiday season?
Breath of the Wild 2.
or Metroid. That just doesn't seem likely, right?
I think they might have Zelda ready.
You think so? I
be
mean,
great.
it would definitely have to be post E3 because they'll take advantage of
Yeah,
that.
like
to-
next Christmas.
Right, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And it's out right now. Look under your seats.
We're also getting 4 new consoles next year.
what
4?
Is one of them the cranky thing?
Oh.
5 new consoles next year.
the TurboGrafx 16 Mini.
No, I wasn't counting the mini.
6.
But PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X.
Which is not the real name now, apparently.
Yeah, now just
Get
the
it
Xbox.
together, Xbox. Just give us a name.
A new Atari, maybe if that actually materializes, and then a new Intellivision, which actually has a release date in October, I want to say.
Okay.
So there you go.
I'm glad that we gave all 4 of those equal
Equal weight.
weight.
I just want to remind people that there's weird retro game consoles coming out next
Yeah.
year. All right, let's move on to one more email. This is Will in Scottsdale. He says, "Here's a possibly
That's where I'm
dumb."
from.
Here's a possibly dumb but kind of interesting question. With the console market becoming more divided with Stadia, xCloud, Atari's console, mobile, and more, could we see another video game crash in the next 5 to 10 years? I think it's pretty unlikely, but anytime you go away from a few key players to multiple, there's a chance of things going sideways.
Hey, I grew up in Scottsdale, and there is a arcade there called Video Roundup, and it was like a pool hall arcade, so you could smoke in there. And I went there when I was 13 or 14 or whatever, and like all the big kids were smoking, and it was so like tough and rough,
Scary.
like scary. It was like Roadhouse.
Yeah, wow.
It was like super scary. It's like Roadhouse with like Japanese import fighting games.
Well, I like how in your 12, 13-year-old mind, it's like Roadhouse. But if you were to go there as an adult, it's just 16-year-old nerds.
16-year-old smoking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was really scary, and I remember they had like a back room. They had like drinks, but they weren't alcohol. They were like whatever they could sell kids underage that were 18. So it was probably like Arizona iced tea or something. But so they had that, and then they had a cocktail area with cocktail machines, and I played Pac-Man Jr., this terrible scrolling version of Pac-Man. It's one of my earliest gaming memories.
And that's not the pinball one? What's the
No, that's Baby Pac-Man.
Baby Pac-Man, okay.
Get them straight, Damon. Come on,
sorry.
we talk about this every day.
I should know my Pac-Man.
Every day.
Yeah.
That's my Scottsdale story.
Anyway,
What were we talking about?
Anyway, could there be another video game crash
Oh, no.
like 83?
No, they
That's the short answer. Yes. No.
Well, okay, so the video game
reason,
crash, the background on that is that video games in 1983 in the arcades were really good, and at home they got really bad because the Atari had been out, and it was a terrible system for making innovative, cool games. It could make Pong really well and Combat really well, and then they stretched that, and they made things like Pitfall and stuff like that, and it worked. It was really amazing. But by 1983, games were pretty advanced in the arcades, and the home games that came home, like Pac-Man, were so bad that... this is just one of the causes. Kids' games were, given to them by their parents at Christmas, and then their parents, the kids didn't want the games. They cried on Christmas. The parents returned the games, and that's how bad they were. They were like total shovelware. That was all that was available, and then that wasn't sustainable. So then the idea was video games are bad and a waste of your money, and then they just went away. And the parents went after other toys. Cabbage Patch hit really hard right after that.
That's right.
And then
I got my daughter a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas.
So
They're
then-
back?
Yeah.
Wow.
So then it seemed like those era of games like Space Invaders and Pac-Man, stuff like that was like a fad and just went
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
And then it came back so hard with the NES in 1987.
I think video games make too much money, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar global business that it can't crash and go away entirely. It's embedded in just humankind the way that music or movies is. But what could happen is a change in. I don't think this is going to happen this generation, but game consoles, the way that people consume games, maybe people will be like, mobile games are bad and I don't want to play games on my phone anymore. Or like the game consoles we know it now could go away. So it's like an evolution of like how people play their games and interact with them and spend their money on them could change. But like as an entertainment medium now, it's here to stay.
Yeah.
I have a way games could go away.
How's that?
I have two.
Only have microtransactions in our mobile games.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Two. One is that if the United States, Europe, and Japan were eliminated as world powers entirely, there probably wouldn't be a game industry anymore, and then we'd all be farming and stuff like that. So that's one way that could happen. That's the apocalyptic version. The other is a different type of apocalyptic version. That's if VR gets so good that people don't really want to live in the world anymore and just want to plug into a Matrix type existence, or maybe even some other thing that's like not really a video game. But Tina, we were talking about this earlier, made the point that that's all still video games, kind of the way we're currently defining VR and stuff like that. Like if we're all living in a VR utopia, not a dystopia, then it's still kind of what our industry could end up at.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe video games and the industry in its form today might not exist, but it will exist in some form or another. And we have so much, or the industry rather has like so much marketing power and understanding and data of like what their users want, and they care so much about kind of applying all of that data into how they make things. And it's why like Battlefront 2 is actually a good game now, because they take that stuff to heart and they know that's how to tap in to your consumer base to give them what they want. So it'll adapt in whatever direction that ends up in.
Yeah. I mean, there's too many companies that are not gaming companies that have a vested interest in ensuring that video games continue to succeed. It's like a huge percentage of YouTube consumption is gaming, and that's owned by Google, and a huge percentage of App Store revenue is gaming, and that's Apple. So it's like these gaming adjacent companies, and Twitch with Amazon, like the biggest companies on the planet are very invested in making sure that video games as a medium, continue to boom.
Yeah, YouTube's a really good point because that's also a cultural thing. There are streamers that people enjoy watching and seeing their reactions to playing games, but there's also esports as a competitive field, but also as a kind of fan base as well of its own. So that'll always exist too, or in some form.
Yeah, even on the consumer side, however you feel about this moniker, the identity of gamer is something that a lot of people like have identified with, and like it defines their whole being and their whole, life. And like, they're not going to just, they're not going to like give that up, or it would totally change their whole outlook on, how they view themselves if video games went away.
There are dozens of really reputable fashion designers that are collaborating with game IPs, but also just making these like weird Nintendo and Uniqlo collaborations, or like Louis Vuitton and Coach and all this crazy stuff that's crossing over into that. So it's a lot of money being thrown around in one industry.
It's definitely more mainstream than ever. Remember when everybody was talking about how movies are going away? At the turn of the century?
Yeah.
Even before Netflix, because like theaters are really dying, I guess because of DVDs.
But they still are, right? Like that hasn't actually gone away. And yet they're still as much a part of our culture than ever. It's just changing.
And bookstores that happen with too, right?
Yeah.
Which is different than a media, or books, I guess I should just say. Books are very, very popular and around still. It's just they also live alongside ebooks. It's an interesting thing to think about. TV might be the next big crash, right? Because everything's moving to streaming. Yeah. Like what's over the air television or cable television going to matter?
We'll always have Watchmen. We won't.
No, we won't. We don't have Watchmen anymore. Watchmen's over now.
You'll always have Watchmen season 1.
Yeah. Oh, and what a season. I can't wait for you to watch that, Damon.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Over the holiday break.
Maybe.
Do it.
Stop resisting.
What's such an odd reaction?
No, because I watched the first episode and it didn't do much for me.
But everyone knows that that's the bad one.
Exactly.
Okay,
Listen, you have to play 70% of this video game before you'll like it.
I know.
You got to play it.
I forgot to do the best TV show I watched this decade, but it's far and away Breaking Bad. Short answer, Will in Scottsdale. Don't have much to worry about. Video games are here to stay. And that brings us to video game 20 questions.
Is this Turtles?
I think that's Battletoads.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry, Base Wars. This is Base Wars.
Battletoads is also a 2020
But it's
game.
Konami, right? Base Wars is Konami?
Are you guys excited
Ultra?
for the game she just mentioned, Battletoads 2020?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
We
how
know
that
nothing about
I
it.
forgot that had
Yeah.
been announced.
Oof.
Video game 20 questions this week comes from James from Sequim, Washington, and it's a very special one. He sent something in.
What's in there?
Don't worry about what's in there.
I'm going to fade out.
Don't worry about what's in there.
Wait, that's the answer of the 20 questions?
Well, it goes along with it. Okay. James says, I've been listening to GameScoop since 2015. In this time, my life has changed tremendously. My kids have started school. I've changed career fields after 12 years, and I got divorced. Oh. Throughout all this, GameScoop has been one of the few constants. Thank you for everything you provide for me and everyone else that listens. For my 20 questions nomination, I put forth redacted This was the first game that I played that had a redacted. Let the questioning begin.
That's such a good clue.
Does anyone know him personally?
No, just like the first game that had a what? Like had a something.
Yeah,
Save file.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Frog protagonist. It could be Frog or Battletoads. Are the Battletoads frogs?
There's clearly toads.
is this
I don't
game?
know if they are.
It's right there in the title. They're not battle frogs.
It doesn't matter what the
I
title.
think
You
one of
can't
them.
judge
I
a book
think
by
one of
its
them's a
frogs.
frog.
What?
Is this
Did we
game?
win?
Is this game played with any sort of like weird or kooky peripheral or like interacted with in an unusual way?
No.
Aw. So it's not the first game with a fishing controller or
I like the angle you're going for
Yeah, except I was wrong.
to try to figure out what that clue is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go simple. Is this in first person perspective?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this a does this have multiplayer?
Yes.
Okay.
Did this game come out in the 90s?
No.
After the name.
How many first person multiplayer games do you know from the 90s?
Doom.
That's one.
There you go. We could have gotten it in
Dark.
3 questions.
Descent.
Perfect Dark. Quake. All right. Is this on the contemporary round of consoles?
It is playable on the contemporary round of consoles.
I hate that answer.
That's 5.
They always do this to us.
Yeah.
Is this a festive game?
I don't think I don't think it is.
Do you want to ask that? Because remember, he said
I
something
know, but-
ahead of the podcast.
No.
We need to burn a question to confirm it's a shooter because all we know is that it's first
Oh, yeah.
person and
Okay.
multiplayer right now.
Is it a shooter?
Yes.
There you go.
Sorry, but we just otherwise we're
Yeah.
gonna get ourselves
Yeah,
into
no,
trouble.
that's fair. Okay, shooter multiplayer. You can play it on contemporary consoles. Is it part of a series?
Yes.
Is this series? Can I go again?
Yeah. Go for
Is the series alive today?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Could be a Halo game.
Yeah.
Is this a sci-fi game?
Wait, we can go back to the first thing clue. The first time a game did something.
I've given up on that. I can't.
Too vague.
Yeah.
Are you asking the sci-fi game? Yes.
It's probably Halo.
Sci-fi shooter, Destiny or Halo?
Are you a chief?
How? That wouldn't even narrow it to Halo.
Are you a
Why?
master? Are you a master?
Are you a
chief?
master chief?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's 10.
Oh dang!
Damn. That would have been fun.
Okay.
You said sci-fi, yes.
Is this a console exclusive?
Does horror count?
Yes.
Oh, console exclusive.
Yeah.
Had multiplayer.
Is this an Xbox exclusive?
Yes.
Oh dang!
Okay, so it's Gears or
Could be Perfect Dark Zero.
Third-
Gears is third
Perfect.
person.
Yeah.
yeah.
So perfect,
Oh, yeah.
Perfect Dark Zero. If that counts as sci-fi, that totally
It
counts.
could still be a
Current-
Halo game that you don't play as Master Chief in.
What?
Reach.
Damon wouldn't do that to us.
Okay.
Well, I mean, factually, that would be correct.
Yeah, I know, but trust me, Damon wouldn't do that to us. He wouldn't do us dirty like that on the last game scoop of the decade.
I imagine it's still an exclusive. Yeah, there's no exclusive change.
So the thing about Xbox games is that they're all playable, forward compatible. Mm-hmm. So,
But he said it's still a currently alive series.
oh, good point.
So it could be Halo.
A currently live series that was an Xbox exclusive first-person sci-fi game. Oh, dang! I feel like we should
First person
be
shooter sci-fi game.
yeah with multiplayer. We should be doing a lot better than we are.
We should.
unless you're right and Damon is.
Does
doing
this
us
series
dirty.
have more than 5 games in it?
Yes.
I mean, it's a
I think,
Halo game.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think Damon is doing us dirty like that.
Yeah.
Is it a Halo game?
Yes.
Ah, you son of a bitch. Well, so it either has to be ODST or Reach.
Yeah, ODST.
I don't know how to narrow it down easily between these.
Was ODST a DLC game?
It was
No.
standalone.
Oh boy.
So knowing that Halo Reach was a prequel,
No. Oh yeah, it is.
is this game a prequel to the main line of the series?
Yes.
Is it Halo
You
Reach?
still have to hear the Bowser music.
Okay.
But your guess?
Halo Reach.
Halo Reach?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. Nice.
Halo
Out of
Reach.
all the games
That was
he could have
tricky.
asked,
Yeah.
are you a Master Chief? And he held his poker face and said no.
Because he was doing the facts. He was just answering the questions.
All right, I think it'd be the first game that he used a strategy guide for.
Strategy guide. Oh,
Yeah,
just
what's
want to try to think-
the first game
wait.
that had a?
I don't know because I don't have the email. I just wrote redacted. But he sent this in. Look at this.
Wait.
He made this.
You don't know what his answers were?
What the heck?
Well, I can look it up in an email.
Are we sure it was?
Well,
Halo
yeah, you're
Reach?
going to look it up in a dang email.
Whoa! What is
Shut up
this?
and look at this.
Wow,
He,
that's amazing.
That is
like-
amazing.
Is it like knitted?
It's your
I don't
question.
know. Yeah.
Does your character wear a hat?
That's
Yeah, it
so
looks.
cool.
It looks like
that-
crochet.
It's cross stitched, I think.
How was this accomplished?
If you're listening to the podcast,
I think it's crochet.
James in Squim, Washington, like crocheted this like mat of Halo Reach, and it has the GameScoop logo, and it says, "Does your character wear a hat?"
This is amazing.
That is very
I want
professionally
just like
done.
a scan of that beautiful game.
Yeah,
The colors
yeah.
look so good.
We have to hang this
It's
up
like
in the
really
office.
yeah,
perfect.
it's totally going up.
I'm going to wear it.
This is amazing.
It is amazing. It's a great holiday gift. for
Nicely
us.
job.
Yes, nicely job indeed, James from Squim, Washington.
We have so many props today.
I know.
Wait, no, this is dangerous.
Good episode to watch on YouTube. YouTube.com/GameScoop. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to another year of Game Scoops.
Can we do a special bonus episode tomorrow, maybe? So we don't have to say goodbye?
No, because that would require coming into the office.
We're already doing
I
that
do that.
Yeah, same.
Okay, we'll do one.
Okay.
without you.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll do a bonus one without
It's
me.
We
just
never
gonna
get
be
permission
Daemie-
that easily.
Yeah, it's gonna be Daemie segment.
It's
I'm
suspicious.
feeling. I mean, it's the holidays. I'm feeling generous.
Many years ago.
That's the whiskey.
Damon and I were chatting, and I said, Damon, if you were to ever leave IGN or not be here anymore, could I take over GameScoop? And you just said, nope. No, you can't. I said,
Taking it with me.
okay.
He's gonna wait until his son is all grown up.
Everyone out there that watches and listens to the show every week, thank you so much for hanging out with us all year long. We really
Yeah.
enjoy making this show for you.
And honestly, every time someone tweets at me or not me, but at us or stops sometimes people on the street and says hi and reaches out, it means the world. And I really appreciate everybody being so communal and happy and fun to talk to.
Yeah,
Especially on our Facebook group and our YouTube comments and our IGN comments. You guys
GameScoop-
are always in there doing good stuff.
Community is very, very chill and cool.
Yep.
+2 on all of that.
That's a good reminder that there's a really fun Facebook group. If you just search GameScoop on Facebook, come and join. And there's lots of good gaming discussion happening there every day. It's really fun. So we will have a bonus episode for you next week, the week of Christmas. It'll be the 100 Questions Challenge.
And then is there a week off after that?
Then there's a week off.
Okay.
We'll be back in the first full week of January. So we'll see you all then. Everybody have happy holidays. Have a safe and happy new year. That's all the scoops we have for you this year. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Teo. My name is Damon. This is IGN Game Scoop, and we're out.